Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Vedic Living. Today, we'll be continuing the zodiac sign series and we'll be talking about Libra. It's again going to be a very, very impactful year for Libra rising, ascendant, or Libra moon individuals. So, this is going to be a big one. Now, before we go forward, I do want to remind you that my 2025 world prediction video recording is up on my website for sale. If you wanted to purchase that and see what all's coming up in the coming year, I have covered the entire year, almost 55 countries, people, leaders of countries, celebrities, and it's a lot of information. So hopefully, that gives you a good idea as to what's coming up in this year, because we do have some major transits happening this year. And, I usually like to tell people that it's kind of a divided year, because the first part of the year up until April, there's all this energy happening in Virgo and Pisces, which, even the eclipses are happening there this year. And then the second middle half of the year, between June, July, August, you have that Mars-Ketu conjunction in Leo, which is a big deal. And then the last part of the year, October, November, December, Jupiter goes into Cancer and comes back out. So I feel like this year is divided into three portions, three major kind of, what do you call that? It's like I like to call it, like the acts of a play, you have act one, act two, and act three. So that's the way the year is divided into. So hopefully you find my world predictions video easy to understand and a lot of information. It's almost 3 hours of information. So, that's something that's up on my website. And in the meantime, also sign up for my free newsletter, because I do send out a newsletter at the end of every month. Now, since I'm talking about Libra ascendant and Libra moon individuals today, if you don't know where your ascendant or your moon is sidereally, this is sidereal Vedic astrology predictions. This is not tropical Western. So if you don't know where it is placed, you can use the free chart calculator on my website to see where your ascendant or your moon is. And that should give you a good idea as to which video of the zodiac series you need to listen to. So now let's talk about Libra ascendant and Libra moon individuals. So the first thing is Jupiter has been transiting your 8th house this past year. So you have been in a very transformative year. Mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and in your subconscious, you have gone through a lot of changes, a lot of introspection. You have realized things about others that you never thought were true. And it is kind of changing your outlook. It's changing your outlook and your mindset towards life. So, I do think that this year is going to be a very big shift for you, because going from 8th house energy, Jupiter will go into your 9th house in May. And that's a major shift again, because when Jupiter moves into your 9th house, all those 9th house areas become pronounced. You're going to travel a lot. You're going to be doing a lot of metaphysical, spiritual kind of studies or talks or writing. You could even be with Jupiter in the 9th house teaching. It's a lot of energy there. You're picking up new things to learn. This is a very big kind of forward movement compared to this past year, when Jupiter has been in your 8th house, when you've been doing all this retrospection of things and trying to figure out how to move forward. And this past year also, you might have seen that money has been coming to you, because 8th house is money that comes to you from others. And another thing is, with Jupiter being in the 8th house, like I said, in May of 2025, it will move into your 9th house and the energy will shift. But then in October, Jupiter dips a little bit in Cancer for 2 months in your 10th house, where it's exalted. This is actually a very good placement, because you're going to see a major rise in your career at the end of this year, 2025, because Jupiter will be in Cancer for 2 months and then it will come back out into Gemini. That means when Jupiter goes into Cancer for a whole year in 2026, June, that entire year, that is going to be the year of major career growth and advancement for you. So this year, you're kind of preparing, you're learning new things, you're creating courses, you're writing books, you're doing all of that. And in the end of the year, you get a little glimpse of how things will look next year. You might be very busy. But then again, you're going to go into next year and have that entire year of exalted Jupiter in your 10th house, giving you major career growth advancement, and your public image is going to be shining at that time. You're going to be the center of attention. Okay. Now, that kind of adds to what I want to say next about the 7-planet stellium in Pisces, because for Libra ascendant folks, that is their 6th house of health, routine, and work. So when you have so many planets in the 6th house, a lot of people get worried. They're like, oh my gosh, something's going to happen with my health. That's not really true. I mean, it is true, but there is something that happens before that. Multiple planet stellium in the 6th house means that you are very busy. Your plate is full. You're loaded with work. So many different things that you need to do. So many different contexts you need to switch into and change into and all of that. So when you have so many planets in the 6th house, that means that you're getting pulled in multiple directions. And that in turn increases your stress level. Okay. When it increases your stress level, if you don't manage the workload or the stress level, then yes, it can affect your health. So a lot of people forget the first 2 steps that happen because those are in your control. You can control how much work you're taking on, how much you're committing to. You can control how much stress you're putting on your body and mind. But then because they don't realize that those things are happening because they're kind of in the flow, right? Then when they fall sick, they say it's because the planets are in the 6th house. It's not really true. Yes, you fall sick when planets are in the 6th house, but the first 2 steps are also important. It's because there's so much coming to you. It's because you're overcommitting. It's because you're taking on too much work and stress. And so this will be the year to learn how to say no. Okay. That is what Libra rising folks need to understand this year, because in order to keep your sanity, you will need to learn to prioritize your work and tasks this year, especially between February, March, and April. That's when all this energy is there. Those are the months you're going to be very stressed out. You're going to feel like you're pulled in multiple directions. Your family may need you, your kids may need you, your work may need you, your business may need you, your clients may need you. I mean, you will find work flowing in from all different directions. And now it's your time to pick and prioritize what is important and what can wait. And this, I think, is a major karmic lesson for Libra individuals, because Libra, being the scales of justice, they want to do right by everybody, which is good, which is a good thing. But they also have this kind of feeling that they need to get through everything in the best possible way and do justice to everybody. But that kind of doesn't give them the idea as to how much they're taking on, and that there's a limit to what the body and the mind can handle. So that is the major lesson for Libra rising individuals this year, because during those months of Feb, March, and April, they will be learning this very strongly, that if I don't find my boundaries and stay within those boundaries, I'm going to fall sick, right? I need to manage my stress levels. And then if they do that, which I know you guys will, because that's why you're listening to my channel and I'm telling you this, so you should be able to do it, I'm sure. I know you can do it. So if you're able to do it, then after April, that's the reason why exalted Jupiter in the end of the year goes into your 10th house, because you're going to get everything you want and more. Okay. So don't worry about those first 3 months of the year, Feb, March, and April, when you're having to say no to things because you're just so busy and you're so booked and you have so much going on. It's okay. Because if you take care of your health and your routine and your diet, remember, the food is affected. You could fall sick with stomach-related things and things like that. But it's all coming from stress. You don't have to fall sick. Okay, you can manage your stress before that happens. And that's why I'm telling you this. Because if you do that, it is a huge, huge blessing. Because the end of the year, you're going to get all the good things that you've always wanted. And it's like you're getting rewarded for doing this self-evolution growth work in the beginning part of the year. Okay, so this is a year where you will learn how to manage your health, how to manage your stress levels, what to eat, how to manage your diet, how to manage your sleep patterns, how to manage conflicts at work, right? Because sixth house can be conflicts at work. All those important lessons are being taught to you the first part of the year. And the second part of the year is where you reap the benefits for everything that you've been taught. Okay. So I think this is an amazing time for Libra rising people because this is what we are here for. We are here for this growth, for this evolution, and for this growth. And that's this year. Because once Jupiter goes into Cancer, like I said, in the end of this year and in 2026 for a whole year, you're unstoppable from a career standpoint. Everything that you've always wanted is going to come to you. You're going to become publicly very visible in a good way. You're going to have a lot of growth in your career, in your business. Everything's going to expand. So this is important to learn how the sixth house impacts you is very important before you get to that point. So that's why this is happening. So February, March, and April, just watch your stress levels, watch your diet, watch your routine, watch your health, join a gym or go for walks, take deep breaths, do meditation, and also remember that, there may be some conflicts and things that you have to deal with because it'll expose. Because remember, what is the stellium? There's Neptune there, there's Rahu there, there's Saturn there. It'll expose things that were hidden to you in the past. It can expose deception. That's what it can do. So there's going to be a lot of that happening in the first part of the year, because then you will realize that and you will put things in place so that you can be protected from that in future. So that's the sixth house energy. Another thing that's going to happen is around the July, August timeframe, Mars and Ketu are going to come together in your 11th house, which means that something regarding your groups, social circles, and friends is going to be problematic at that point. Maybe there is something that you're realizing that was not right, or somebody said something maybe in the past that you believed and now it's coming out that it wasn't true. But the reality of your groups, the reality of your friends is going to be exposed to you in that July, August timeframe. And then, like I said, October, November, December, Jupiter is going to go into Cancer, bringing you great advancement and career growth and money. A lot of money and financial gains will come to you those months. Okay. So this is actually a very important year for Libra rising individuals or Libra moon individuals. Watch your sleep. You need to get your sleep and rest, because while all this conjunction is happening in your sixth house, your 12th house will have Ketu. You could have very psychic and intuitive dreams, premonitions almost. Keep a dream journal. You're going to dream a lot about past and past lives, maybe. And this is actually a very strong time for that kind of activity to happen in terms of your psychic awareness, your dreams, which could be premonitions. So, absolutely keep a dream journal this year. This is going to be a big deal. Now, like I said, Jupiter will be in your 8th house till May, which means you are coming into money through inheritance, investments, insurance money, any money that comes to you from others. All of that is going to happen. And then the second part of the year, you're going into learning new things or teaching new things or even traveling. It's an amazing time for that. So that's what I wanted to say about Libra rising or Libra moon individuals. I hope that helped you. And once again, a reminder to buy my 2025 world predictions on my website. And with that being said, I'll see you next time with Scorpio rising. Thank you.